Much still making more carriers. He only has one base right now, and he didn't even make his Nexus at the 12 o'clock position yet. And 4 factories up for Frozen right now.
Yeah, things aren't looking very good for Frozen, but at the same time, I mean, Much is taking his time building carriers, and he can't really attack Much right now. So I think Frozen should just take the third base.
Yeah. Should Much at this point, should he be engaging these Goliaths right now, or should he be, trying to abuse the map, just trying to take out as many SCVs as possible? Because right now there's a lot of Goliaths engaging those 3 carriers right now, and there are Charon boosters.
A lot of Goliaths.
Yeah.
I believe that the Goliaths do have the range upgrades, so it's going to be very hard for 3 carriers to attack these Goliaths, because at this point the Goliaths are just killing off the interceptors.
Yeah, those Goliaths got those Charon boosters just in time, so those SCVs couldn't be harassed, and that was really, this is going to be pretty hard. All those Goliaths just seemed to pop out of nowhere. At first we only saw 6 or 7 Goliaths, but all of a sudden there's 1 or 2, 1.5 control groups of Goliaths, and Much really isn't going to be able to attack that. Do you think that Much should be getting some Templars to take out those Goliaths?
Well, I mean, Much right now is pretty much committed to making a lot of carriers. I think his strategy for this game is just to make a critical mass of carriers of like 12 or so. And with the Frozen here, he's gonna try to drop against these carriers, but right at this point, I think there's 5 or 6 carriers, so I don't think that drop is going to do much damage.
Yeah, we have to see if those carriers can actually catch up. And Academy is going up for Frozen. Really, there's no ground forces for Much right now, so Frozen's just gonna be able to expand pretty easily. Except those carriers will have. Those carriers do know that the expansion's there because there is an observer there, but for some reason, Much is not actually going to that expansion. What do you think he's doing right now?
Well, Much definitely has to be careful with these carriers right now. He's not in a very good position. He's in the low ground, and he's walking around the middle of the map with his carriers, so he can definitely get surrounded by these Goliaths. And it looks like he might be able to take down his dropship. Oh.
Yeah, 1 dropship goes down. And right now this carrier is still lurking around the middle of the map while a ton of Goliaths go up to Much's base. Much still only has 1 gateway, and he's going to have to defend himself from these Goliaths. These Goliaths should be able to make it through those refineries. I mean those what do you call those? Oh, but actually there's drops coming, so that's really nice. Even though this Goliath couldn't get through there, those drops are going to be able to get those Goliaths in there. Do you think he really should be targeting that gateway right now? He should probably be attacking these carriers, and lots of interceptors right now. Oh my god. Lots of interceptors. And right now he looks like he's going for the probes.
Yeah, this looks very good for a Frozen right now. I don't see how Much can take out all those carriers. I mean, all those Goliaths.
Yeah, Frozen's not targeting the carriers right now though, but now he is. And he actually lost a lot of Goliaths right there. Pretty good by Much getting his carriers a little bit safer position. And you can see Much is actually getting his shield battery so he can replenish the shields of his carriers. And all these Goliaths are going to go down pretty shortly.
Yeah, I mean, shield battery is definitely a great resource to have in these types of situations. And we see here Much having really, really good carrier micro, saving all of his carriers, losing none of them to Frozean.
Yeah, for those 12 Goliaths or so, only took out 1 gateway, and that was a pretty bad trade-off. Much really nice. He had a carrier at about 10 health, and he pulled it all the way back. So he didn't lose a single carrier there. He has a lot of carriers right now, possibly 12 carriers or so.
Yeah, what we did notice was the 12 o'clock expansion was either taken down or there wasn't an expansion there at all. And right now there's 8 carriers roaming around. And yeah, Much is expanding to the 12 o'clock, but Frozen is definitely in a very big lead right now.
Yeah, Frozen's got 1 expansion at 6 o'clock, and he's also got one at, oh not 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and he's also got one at 5 o'clock. So he's ahead in expansions right now. But he's got to have to kill these carriers, or else he's not going to really be able to do much.
Yeah, and what Frozen is trying to do here is he's going to try to make, he's trying to make Starport, but there's an observer right there, so Much is definitely going to know what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be actually pretty cool if he did that medic thing. that Boxer did, but there's a lot of carriers now, and I don't think Frozen could even pull that off. He is trying to use dropships to his advantage, but these dropships are going to get massacred here by these interceptors. 2 dropships go down, probably full of 8 Goliaths in total, and Frozen's army is in very, very bad position right now. I think they're somewhere in the middle of the map, so his economy is going to get harassed big time right here.
Yeah, this is definitely not a good position for Frozen. He's been trying to use his Goliaths inside dropships to combat these carriers, but as you saw there, he lost all of his Goliaths, and now he's in a very bad situation.
Yeah, Much actually killed one of those assimilators, so reinforcements can't even reinforce this area over here. Those Goliaths cannot fit through, this is a very bad position right here. That was a really nice move there by Much, actually, because at this point there's nothing here that can defend the space for Frozen.
Yeah, and it looks pretty much GG for Frozen here. And he's going to try to make these rates, but Much already having an observer there, he's going to know what's going on. So it's pretty much a GG right now.
Yeah, that's a really nice move. Do you think that may be considered, a map imbalance, though? Because that's just completely cut off all of Frozen's units right there.
Well, I don't know what Frozen can do right now. I mean, at this point, Much all he has to do is make sure that these carriers are microed very well, take out these factories, and make sure there's observers next to his carriers.
Yep, and the second assimilator goes down. So really, Much is just way ahead right now with that nice play right there. And still, he hasn't even lost a single carrier this entire game. So he's microing his carriers really well right now, and they're being very cost effective right now. And wraiths are coming out, but it's not really going to do much.
Yeah, and a really funny fact what Much did is he killed off the second assimilator so that the SCVs couldn't run away.
Yeah, but Frozen actually just tried to make another command center right when the carriers were still there. And these carriers are just going to be able to kill off all these production buildings. And one wraith does go down, so there's really no protection at all here. There's not even a good amount of Goliaths left. And right now that command center does also go down, so Frozen's back down to 2 bases with his 3rd base coming back up, and we see a group about 6 wraiths now created.
Yeah, and Frozen, his last hope is with those wraiths, but as we see, Much has a lot of observers there with the wraiths, and Frozen scans that and he knows he's in trouble.
Yeah, Frozen's only chance is to target those observers, but even then, his wraiths would probably already be dead by then. And Much is actually going to engage these wraiths before they're ready. 1 wraith already goes down. Only 2 Goliaths left and a few wraiths. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to be able to do anything against this huge amount of carriers right now.
Yeah, what we've seen in this game is a very, very good knowledge of the map by Much. He played it really well, especially from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, right now those observers are being targeted, but there's just too many, and those wraiths do all go down. There's about 5 observers there, so he should be typing GG pretty soon. All of his expansions are known, and it is GG.
Yeah, definitely a very good game by Much this time. He played the knowledge of the map very well, and he played a very solid game with good carrier micro.
Yeah, definitely. Even though he lost that island expansion he took very early on in the game, he was just able to use the map to his advantage, and Frozen just really couldn't move around the map, especially when those assimilators were killed.
Yeah, it was a very, very fun game, and I hope to see more of these kind of matches as we see more games on Troy.
Yeah, I hope to see that Troy is actually not I hope Troy, if we get a larger sample size, we'll be able to see that it's balanced, and because it has a very interesting concept, and it looks like it'll have a lot of fun games on it.
Yeah, so thanks for listening to me. I'm Zalfor.
Yep, and this is Conaanaa. Alright.